Hi, everybody. Welcome back to a special episode of Life After Sunday, the Midweek Mic. It is Testimony Tuesday, and we're excited to have my cousin Lindsey here today. Woo, Lindsey! So thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So Lindsey, she goes to church with us, Life Church Evansburg. She loves it, right? Yeah. We are on the worship team together. And if you've listened to the podcast in the past, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, we talked about Lindsey. And one of us got teary-eyed. It was Steph. Steph got teary-eyed.
I think we both did, actually.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, we've just seen such a growth in you as you've been going to church. I think you're like us, a little quiet in the back.
Yeah.
So like we never got to really talk to you about like your relationship with God or even church and stuff. So I'm excited to hear about this. But as we're getting closer, because we're on the worship team together, we're talking during the donut time and trying to make our kids not eat all of the donuts. We've really got to know you in more of a personal way through your spiritual walk. And it's been admirable, and we're gushing over you. So we're excited that you're here. We'll just jump right into it. If you want to start out with maybe giving a little bit of background on Lindsey and how your relationship was with God when you were a kid or when you were little. Like, what was church like for you growing up, if you even went to church?
Yeah. So church for me growing up, I grew up in a Catholic home, went there for 18 years and went to CCD classes, did all the things. And it was more just like a checking the box thing. Like you didn't really, I wouldn't say I had a relationship with God at all in that time. It was just more just going to church and I'm a good person, like I'm good. So that's how I felt like it was with that.
Yeah, and I think that's like how a lot of people are.
Yeah.
I don't think it's even like just considered just the denomination. I know lots of people who just go to church, just check off the box.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast today and it was like, we have a lot of fans and not a lot of followers. So there's a lot of fans of Jesus. They like love him. They love the shirt.
Yeah.
They love the cross necklace. I like to say, hey, but do they actually follow him on a daily basis?
Yeah. But I'm glad I had that background because I still like had God in my life. Still believed that God was real, but there was just like no relationship. There was nothing deeper, about that.
Yeah, so you said CCD classes.
Yes.
How'd those go for you?
Not great.
Yeah.
It usually seems like not a good
I
memory.
dreaded going. Yeah. Because it was on Wednesday evenings whenever I was younger, and then it would switch to Sunday, like mornings before church. So that was I did not enjoy that at all.
Yeah. So was your whole family in the Catholic faith? Was there anybody in your life that you saw have that
Like
real
a genuine
relationship?
No, I had not seen anything like that until Ryan and I started dating. I was invited to his church.
Yeah.
What did you think?
The first couple of times I was like, this is weird. Like they're playing loud music,
Right.
like people are raising their hands.
So different
It
from
was
what
a
you're
lot
used
different.
to.
If anybody doesn't know, because we just mentioned Life Church Evansburg,
Yeah.
nobody knows. So we're definitely a lot different from the Catholic faith. We're not denominational. And we have the loud worship. We have
Hand
the
raising.
praising. Some people
spirits
speaking.
moving,
Blood on the ground.
Yeah.
So,
But I love it.
But walking into that when you're used to like pew sitting and that's a big,
were you like crying?
you're like,
No,
I'm
I
piecing
didn't.
out of here.
I kept going, and then we eventually moved into a new church, and we both joined the worship team. And that's kind of part of my testimony, too, with the worship team. I feel like I really needed the worship team to keep me engaged, keep me going. So that I feel like that really kept me on track with my relationship with God. And that really brought me closer.
And I think
That
that's
intimacy.
so important for people to realize is you can go to church, but until you actually get involved in the church.
Yeah.
Because it says we're the body, and you can't just go and observe church.
You have to be an
actually get
active
into
member
it.
of the body. Yeah.
Yeah, I think getting into worship, definitely. I want to go back to like you starting, because it's just so fascinating to me because I've grown up in this
Right.
kind of church. So, and I know when I would bring friends to church, like they would say that and I'd be like,
What is
they're coming to church.
Even now when new people come and I don't know their background, I'm like, I hope they're not afraid. I hope
Yeah.
they're taking this well, and I want to explain everything to them.
I know. I always
because it's
wonder on the way
overwhelming.
home, what did they think?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
did they think like the grunting and
Right.
the noises
Oh,
were? No,
Exactly.
that happens in the
Yeah,
spirit.
we almost need a card to pass out. Like, this is what this
Yeah.
means. Like,
Like-
this
Or
during
the
worship, so you
flags
know.
too. Like,
Yeah.
people
Yes.
thinking about the flagging.
Yeah.
and- yeah.
Because it does seem like when you come from a background where they were very like conservative in their worship and stuff, where it was a lot of just like hymns and you just sang the 2 songs and you were done. But then like I think going into the big worships was like, it was a little daunting, but I like was used to it. My mom like prepared me for it and stuff. And I think it would be good for us to maybe just be like, hey, if you're new, come over here. We have something to do. But what did you, so like you're going to this church for the first couple of times and then, so you liked it. You married the person who was
Yeah.
going. So
It worked out.
yeah. Now, has his relationship with God, did that also help you with understanding your relationship and how to get there? Or
Yeah, he has a pretty great testimony too.
Yeah.
we're trying to get him on here just a little.
Maybe next time, next month. But yeah, we've both really have grown.
Yeah. When was that moment where you're like, it felt real for you? It
I
felt.
wouldn't say I really had a specific moment. It was more of just a gradual change.
Yeah. 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 It's always important to remember. Sometimes there isn't just like a bang, like a Saul going to Paul type of Damascus Road experience. You dip your toe in there. Pastor Chris has said several times is you dip your toe and then the water gets a little deeper for you. You go out a little deeper, you go out a little deeper. And so it sounds like that's what your relationship has been so far.
Was there a lot of change in your personal life? Did you have to cut a lot of things out? Was there a lot, I don't know, like a lifestyle change at all that?
Yeah, I mean, there was. I used to be big party girl and
No.
not living for Jesus and just living for myself. So I would
Yeah.
say that had a lot to do with changing.
Was it hard for you to go from that lifestyle? And because I feel like even when we talked to my dad and he had the party lifestyle, you have that group of friends who seem really close to you. And then like when you don't do that anymore.
Did they like fade away? I guess
Yeah.
at all?
Yeah, basically, you'll like anybody I've talked to in high school or talked to after high school, and basically have not been in contact with.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like really, I would say like an on purpose thing. Like they just
like
faded
grew.
as my relationship grew with God. They just faded away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that something that you miss, or is just like the reward of what you have now is?
I think what I have now is a
Yeah.
lot better than where I would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were some of the things that you wrestled with when you were coming from a Catholic faith into the crazy world of non-denominational faith?
Yeah. There wasn't really a lot of joy, I would say. Like now I have the joy of the Lord and people wonder like how you can be so joyful in such terrible time. You carry that
Yeah.
joy. So that was one thing. Another thing was I didn't feel like I ever learned about heaven and the afterlife in the Catholic faith. I would have fear of dying, just thinking that once you die, that's it.
Yeah.
There's no eternal life. But now I've learned about eternal life, and so that's
What a
definitely been-
difference.
yeah, I don't have anxiety anymore about.
They didn't even mention
Dying.
like hell or anything?
They did.
Because I feel like churches go a little on the extreme, like they forget heaven
Yeah.
and they love to remind you of hell.
Yeah, I feel like I remember more about them talking about hell than heaven.
Yeah.
Like it's,
So then you are probably filled with anxiety thinking, I got to stay out of there.
Yeah.
And that's,
Yeah.
and like purgatory and stuff. Like they,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
talked about that. Too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is interesting to like just hear like the different things that you learn as you grow up in different denominations, not even like Catholic denomination. Like we've gone to different churches and stuff, and it's just like the
Yeah.
things that people do are different. But I think it's important for us to remember we are all serving the same God, and it doesn't matter which denomination you're in, but it is very important to make sure that you have that relationship on your own.
Yeah.
And it sounds so what you were receiving as you're going to this church is more of the tools needed to get into a relationship with God. Can you expand on some of that? Like what tools what do you do to make sure that you're abiding in his spirit?
Now I try to keep myself reading the Bible, worshiping, in actual worship and then worshiping your life. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're busy. Like you have 3
Yeah.
kids. You didn't say it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Everyone
Yeah.
with kids
3
knows.
kids, 2 dogs.
Yeah.
It's
two big
chaos
crazy
at my
dogs.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the dogs
So
are
it's hard
crazier.
to but it's hard to get that dedicated time sometimes. So
Yeah.
it's hard to fit that in.
It's so hard. So how do you fit it in?
That's a tough question.
That's why we're here. We ask the tough ones.
I would say, like during Josie, she still takes a nap every day. So I try to open my Bible then, or I will try to read a book. I'm reading a book right now, The House That Jesus Built by Natalie Runyon. She was one of the speakers at the She Is conference. So I'm trying to read that right now. So between that.
And you're listening to awesome podcasts like After Sunday.
Yes. Listening to podcasts. Yes.
And just throw that out there. But
I do listen weekly.
Sometimes it's chopped up and it's not like a pretty
right.
moment all the time.
But something that you're doing, you stepped out and started doing, is abundant outpour.
Yeah, I did start a social media page called Abundant Outpour, and I tried to keep up with it. Wasn't keeping up with it very well there for a while, but after everything that happened with Charlie Kirk, I just felt like another push to just get back on and start putting encouraging things on there. So I've been trying to keep posting daily, if not daily, every other day.
Yeah.
And if I get a specific topic that I feel like I'm supposed to talk about, then I'll do that. So
like you're being obedient to what God is asking you to do.
Like what he's laying on your heart and you're putting it out there.
And just knowing from this, like when we do the Facebook posts and stuff, we try to do a little bit of a devotional type thing.
Yeah.
And you have to get into that word so that you know what you're talking about. And
that's good. Yeah.
We love what you've been posting. So
Thanks.
yeah.
It's awesome. We get excited. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I get excited about it too. I'm like, oh, I think I'm supposed to speak about this.
Yeah.
And then I start like rustling through Bible verses and trying to make references and
But it gets you digging in the word more.
Yeah.
So like it's awesome.
how did you go from just doing like the social media speaking, but now you're doing a little bit of speaking at church? Like
yes.
you're in the middle of worship and then next thing you know, you take the mic and you have something to say and then you do like eloquent prayers in the beginning.
Yes, which I'm still nervous about. You'll see my hand shaking over there with the mic and like my voice gets crackly. And I still struggle with that, which it's crazy because like I can sing any song over the microphone and be fine with it. But as soon as I start in my talking voice, the hands start shaking and I'm like,
your body just
this
knows.
is
It's like,
ridiculous.
oh, it's different. Yeah. What are we doing?
Yeah. But trying to do that more spontaneous worship.
Sounds like you have moments where like God is speaking to you.
Yeah.
Do you have any times that you noticed that he showed up and you were like, wow, like you were just overcome with like emotion or just like the spirit, just like manifesting through you? Anything?
Yeah, during worship, I've definitely felt that. Yeah, in certain times and certain songs that we do. You start with the chills and then it comes more.
That one song that you sang, it's your No One. Is it No One?
I sing a lot of no ones.
I know you
No one but you, no one like the Lord.
But it's like the one that was like, no one.
Oh,
I guess
no
it's
one
by
but you.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's so good.
I was actually
all your
thinking about
songs
doing
are
that
so
one
good.
this week. So
Yeah,
Really?
I
maybe
say
we're
yes to
supposed to
that.
do it.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like you've come up with some of the songs that have like you'll say, hey, I think we need to do this song. Like it's been on my heart, and it will be the song that just like completely,
Yeah.
I think
ushered
that
in the
happened
spirit
with,
to come in.
Part of worship, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Or it's something like that is tied to the message when you were talking to
Right.
them about it. Like it's just God's putting it on you and it's for that time.
It's
and
crazy. I texted Stacy the one day because we were thinking of songs. And she texted me like this whole set list lineup that we were supposed to do. And I was like, that is exactly the same songs I was thinking of. I was actually going to text you yesterday and tell you we should do these songs. I was like, it just blows my mind how God works. Like he puts the songs on our hearts. And
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever sit there and think like when you're at church or whatever, and you think about your growth, like where you started and where you've come? Are you just in awe of what God?
Yeah.
Like he's out of the whole entire universe. He like cared so much that he made sure you met Ryan of all people and came to
thought?
church.
Yeah.
And now you're raising your kids though, like in a relationship, like you're changing the game for them.
Yeah.
and what a good legacy to be passing on.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So really cool.
So we're excited to see. You mean testimonies are always being written, so you're not. It's not done for
Yeah,
you.
it's
You
not
still
done
have
for
more
you.
to grow. So
Yeah.
I hope
Same.
like annually we'll sit down and be like, oh my gosh, can you believe that you like gave
I
a
got
whole
another one.
you gave a whole entire message at church one day.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe-
It'll be definitely be God doing that because I cannot picture
Where do you
myself
think
up there.
where do you think like where would you like to grow into at church? Like you do the worship team now and you got the welcome center.
Yeah, that's coming along.
Yeah.
Still needs decorated a little bit more, but that's coming along. We need to get a schedule worked out. But there's many things I would say. One would be more like being more comfortable speaking and doing things during worship, like talking or maybe praying more confidently and praying for people even. I could never pray for anybody.
Yeah.
It's still
It's because you have to
get out of your head.
you
first
have
of
to
all.
get out of your head because you're like, what if I go over and I pray for this person and they're like, don't touch me, or
Yeah. Or what if you like start to say something and then it's just out of your head and you're like, I'm sorry. And then you just walk away all embarrassed.
I was just trying out. It didn't work out.
You're like,
I'm gonna go.
you know what, it left. He's decided no, the prayer's not happening for you.
But even you can lay hands and not pray out loud too until you get
Yeah.
more comfortable. Because
Yeah.
it's hard. It's
I think
getting in
I'm
someone's
sure
space.
anybody in
and-
our church would be okay with that.
Yes,
Like they
yes.
would understand.
And anytime like we see you or anyone doing something, we're just like beaming and proud and like holding back tears because we're like,
Proud
look at
spiritual
them doing
parents.
something.
Yeah. It's like
We're just we love it. So
it's just nice because we know we're at a church, like you said. It's a church where everybody knows that we're growing. And if you stepped out and you failed a little bit on it, nobody's going to... If I
Right.
never sees
there,
anything
You
as
don't have to be
failure.
ashamed
Where
of
look
it.
what you did. Look what God did through you. It's so good.
yeah.
like, a testament to that would be the fact that they keep asking me to come up and give messages. After the first one, I thought it was over. And
No.
it's like 4, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
They haven't said anything yet. I'm like surprised they still want to be tied to this podcast. They say they don't want to be on it anyway.
No, I love when you share a message at church. You always keep us laughing and
Yeah.
keep us
I hope
entertained.
so.
Yeah.
But we're excited to see like how you've grown, and just because we connect with you because, again, you're quieter, you're
We
on
don't
the
like to
reserve
be in the
side.
spotlight,
We don't like
you
to
know,
be in
and
the
then-
spotlight.
Yeah.
But I think God especially loves to use those people and make us do those things that we hate
Yeah. Yep.
and are so uncomfortable with.
Even when you
I think-
stretch your voice.
Yeah.
Like when you're singing, you'll be like, oh, I don't know if I can jump that octave, or I don't know if I can. Then you try it, and I'm like, that sounded amazing.
And then I'm like, oh no, it didn't. I like my
No.
voice cracked. And
It's amazing to see somebody try.
yeah,
You know.
I've definitely have been stretching myself more in that sense too. Like I used to only do songs that were on lower keys,
Yeah.
and now I've started to do some in higher keys, and
And they sound
I've
great.
definitely
they do.
stretched myself there too.
And when you do that, other people in the church notice, and they get inspired to do
Yeah.
the same thing.
Your
like
boldness rubs off on everybody else.
you've done that for me. I see that you're trying to branch out and be better, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll try this falsetto thing. You inspire people to step out and try things. Like when I heard you prayed, I was like, oh my gosh, why did we miss it that time? She prayed or
Where you
something.
guys were at. And then
it-
both times I have prayed in church, the live stream has not recorded.
I know.
I'm like, that's it. I'm just not supposed to be heard.
But guys, they're so good because her use of words and just like your overall tone of your voice is so perfect for going into a
Does it sound like I'm so nervous? And
no.
It doesn't come across that way.
It's
like
sets the tone for worship because it's very
it's like a piece, but it's
mellow.
also just getting you to the right spot. I
It's
don't know.
melodic that you're just
Yes.
like, wow.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No,
Like a
it's
soothing angelic voice.
it's so
you know?
good. So even your talking and your singing is like amazing.
We'll listen to you all day. Whatever you want to do, we'll listen.
Yeah. She'll start.
You should read bedtime stories. Where you're like,
I was
yes.
just gonna say
Ryan's probably, I just want her to be quiet.
no. If he says that, you backhand him. We're not promoting domestic abuse. Okay? No.
Was it different for your family at all watching you like get out of the Catholic faith? Was that a hard thing for them at all that you did that? Yeah.
Yeah, for my mom especially.
Yeah.
Are you, how do they feel about your church and your relationship? Are they asking questions, or are they just...
Not really. I think they're just happy that I'm going to church and serving in the church. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your aunt,
Yeah, she goes to mission first.
Yeah.
Yep.
so she
My
was
grandma
probably in the
too.
Catholic faith, and then
Yeah.
they started coming to church.
Yep.
I don't know if it was because of your beautiful singing, but
I wouldn't say that. But yeah, my grandma started coming whenever we were at Crosscut.
Okay.
And then she still went there, but then once Mission First started, then they followed there.
yeah, see, like maybe you stepping out, bringing out some more people. Maybe that's why your family's starting to go to church, because of you. And like I said, like you've inspired us to like also expand and grow and stretch ourselves out. Is there any kind of encouragement that you have for people listening?
I would say just to, if you have a church and you're happy there, to just keep going there. But if you want a deeper relationship with God, just pray about it. And if you're not finding what you need there, you can always come to a different church and see if your relationship grows there.
Yeah. We're not knocking anything. If you're finding God in the Catholic Church or whatever church you're in, that's awesome. But but if you're not feeling fulfilled, if you're not feeling close to Jesus, if your pastor there is not fostering a relationship like you, don't be afraid to try somewhere else.
So don't be afraid to step out and search for
I think it's
different.
important to make sure that you are in a church that is helping you foster that relationship. Like you said, like I think it's important to make sure that you do have that community that uplifts you and who will be beaming at you every time that you do something, or if you do mess up, or if there's something, like they will help with the correction, but it's in a loving way.
I think too, like Pastor Chris and Patty are so good at pushing you to try things. We would never have nominated ourselves like to be speakers, and you probably wouldn't be like, oh, I want to pray this morning.
Right,
But them asking you, and you're like, you're afraid, but you're like, yeah, I'm going to say yes to this. And then
Do it afraid.
I love, do it afraid. I love that they give that opportunity to grow and to push you out of where you're comfortable to get you to the next level.
Yeah, I would say like a big part of your testimony too about being in church and stuff is don't just go. You have to be in it. You have to be wanting to be part of the body. Like you started it with the worship team, and then from there you've just been flourishing. I think that's what your testimony is about, is making sure that you are more than just a spectator, that you're in the church and that you're involved and that you are cultivating that kind of culture in your church. So kudos.
It's still growing.
Yeah, we all are.
Yep.
It's a process.
So thank you so much for coming here and being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And everybody, hopefully you'll enjoy this. Go out and on Facebook, look for Abundant Outpour and like it, follow it, share it, do what all the things that people are supposed to do. I'm always bad at those, but yeah, see what Lindsey has out there for you. She has some great words out there. You can like, share, and follow us too. Look for the next Testimony Tuesday next month, and we'll all talk to you later. Bye.
All right, bye everybody.